Shalom, Israel. We're going to get started in just a second. We're going to get started in just 1 second. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, let's go out. Shalom, Israel. This is Israelite School of UPK. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm the Commander General Yohana. I'm Natazal, Officer of 500. Tonight is Monday night history class, and as you all know, we got a holiday coming up. When there's not a holiday for Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, but the ones in the world, they're gonna celebrate it. You understand? America got a holiday coming up called Mother's Day. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with. Everybody celebrates it every year. You know what I'm saying? They lose their mind about what they're gonna get their mom for Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? They all at Walgreens, Target, Walmart. They hitting up every store. Some people even going as far to pre-plan what they're gonna do for their mom a week, 2 weeks in advance to make sure that she's glorified on this day. You understand? And what we're gonna get into today is showing you that Mother's Day is a pagan holiday. You understand? A lot of people say they believe in God, but they don't celebrate none of the things that Christ celebrated. Everybody call themselves Christians, but they don't celebrate what Christ celebrated in the Bible. You understand? We celebrate Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day. We celebrate all these things that Christ would not approve of if he was today. You understand? So we're going to get into the origin of Mother's Day, and we're going to prove that this is a pagan holiday. And if you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, you should not be celebrating this day. You shouldn't be wrecking your brain and trying to go broke, trying to make your mother have the best day ever. You understand? It's certain scriptures in the Bible that tell you to honor your mother and your father. You understand? But not on a specific day. It don't tell you to. And you know what? You need to honor your mother on May the 9th or whenever the hell a Mother's Day is. It don't tell you need to honor your father June the 16th. You understand? It don't say that. You are supposed to honor your mother and father, but celebrating a pagan holiday like Mother's Day and Father's Day, that's not how you honor your parents, man. You understand? And like I said, we're going to get into the origin of it because a lot of people don't know that a lot of holidays that's pushed in America and a lot of holidays that we celebrate, it became the norm through the Roman Catholic Church. And everybody know the Roman Catholic Church is the chief house of Satan. You understand? So, yeah, matter of fact, my first scripture I'm going to pull, we're going to go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus 20 and 12. But like I said, the origin of Mother's Day, it might seem You understand? Like it ain't a harm, and it's not such a bad thing. You just telling your mother that you love her on this day because she did a good job raising you, or she tried her best. But you don't understand that according to the Bible, this is a wicked day. You understand? It is a wicked day because you making your mother and you making your father, whoever hell raised you, your grandmama, your auntie, you know what I'm saying, your cousin, you making them into an idol on that day. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of these holidays that we celebrate, it come from people that did not believe in the Bible. It come from people who worship 365 different gods a year, a god for every day of the year, every day of the month. You understand? Whereas us being Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we serve one God. The God of this Bible said worship one God, serve one God. You understand? So let's go to Exodus chapter 20 and 21. I mean, slack it, Exodus 20 and 12. You understand? And you can trace majority of the holidays that we celebrate in America back to the Romans, back to the Greeks. You understand? Back to the Italians, back to the people who the Lord said He hate. You understand? So let's get that right quick. It's Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. You understand? So it's a law in the Bible saying that you're supposed to honor your mother and your father. So your days can be prolonged. You understand? But this scripture is not talking about celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's what it's not talking about. This is talking about you respecting your parents, man. You understand? And I mean, I know me growing up, I heard it all the time, man. You respect your parents. Because you disrespect your parents, man, you might not live. You might not live to get to see the rest of your days. You understand? But this scripture is not talking about you celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't tell you to worship your mother and your father on a specific day. The Lord said to honor them. You understand? I'm gonna read it again. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. The Lord said, man, you honor your mother and father, you gonna have a lot. You gonna be on this earth for a long time if you honor your mother and father. But He didn't say to honor them on a specific day. You understand? That's idol worship, man, and the Lord is completely against idol worship. You understand? That's why when we left Egypt, Moses was giving us all these laws because we was worshiping other gods. We was setting up idols and doing all these different things. You understand? We was trying to follow the heathen. The Lord said, "Don't do that." In Jeremiah, He said, "Don't envy the oppressor." You understand? In Jeremiah, He said, "Don't uh." I'm gonna just get the scripture. I can't even paraphrase it. And what you gotta understand, it might seem harmless, man, but you know how many people go out and rob just to make sure they get their mama some on Thanksgiving. You understand? We can go to Jeremiah 14. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's go to Jeremiah 10. Let me see. Oh yeah, let's go to 10 verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, learn not the way of the heathen, man. When you celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day, the 4th of July, you learning the way of the heathen. You understand? The Lord gave you a culture. He gave you high holy days and holy days to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? To honor. The Lord didn't give us Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day. These were holidays that was given to us by our oppressor. You understand? He took your culture, He took your identity, and took who you was. You understand? And gave you His culture. You understand? The Lord said, don't learn the way of the heathen, because the way of the heathen is when you. This is the thing. Like the Lord was smart when he said that we are separate people, man. He gonna make us holy, because the Lord know that if He wouldn't have made us holy, that Somebody got to be at the bottom and somebody got to be at the top. Even though America say we equal and everybody preach in unison that everybody on the earth is equal, we all bleed. The Lord know that if we all equal, somebody has to be at the top and somebody has to be at the bottom. When you celebrate these holidays like Mother Day and Father Day, you make yourself a second-class citizen. You understand? You make yourself a second-class citizen and you put these heathen nations above you. You understand? And that's why the Lord said, learn not the way of the heathen. Because when you learn the way of the heathen, you make yourself a second-class citizen. You put them above. You put their children above you. You put their laws above you. You understand? You put their whole way of life above you. You put their culture above yours. And Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians got the greatest culture ever. You understand? So why would you want to do that? You understand? And that goes to the other scripture I was talking about. It say, envy not thou oppressor. You understand? Envy when you can't wait to wake up and damn man, Mother's Day coming up. I need to make sure my mom had the most glorious day ever. You understand? I'm about to have her I'm about to send her to a spa. You know what I'm saying? She's finna get rubbed down, massage. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna pay her rent. I'm finna do this for my mom. I'm finna stand in this long line with a mask on just to go get her a teddy bear and a card. You understand? Because you know them lines gonna be out the door. And people, when Mother's Day come this following week, man, people is gonna be going nuts trying to get their mom something. Trying to make sure they outdo their other brothers and sisters that's supposed to be getting their mom something. You understand? People about to be going nuts. And you ain't even got to, if you Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, it shouldn't vex you that you can't get your mom something on Mother's Day. Or you can't do for it because you know why? Because the Lord said you ain't supposed to be celebrating these days anyway. You ain't supposed to be learning the way of the heathen. You understand? The Lord gave you a culture. And he told you in Exodus 20:12, he said, honor thy mother and thy father. But he did not say you're supposed to honor them on a specific day. You understand? Go out and buy gifts for them and all that. He didn't tell you to do that. You understand? You know you got that from? You got that from your oppressor, the people that's oppressing you. They told you to do that. You understand? Because they want you to have the Lord as your enemy. You understand? And that's why it's so important. And then, like I said, when you go into the history of Mother's Day and Father's Day, you will see that it stemmed way back to the before Christ was even born. It go way back to the Romans. It go way back to the Greeks. You know what I'm saying? It go way back to people, to these so-called Edomites, the oppressor. It go way back to them. It go back to them worshiping other gods. You understand? And the god that they was worshiping was called Rhea. You understand? Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up right quick. And then, but with every culture that your oppressor had, that specific god was named something else. Like in the Roman culture, it was called Cybele or Cybele or Ceramis. But in the Greek culture, it was called Rhea. You understand? But it's the same god. It's the same exact god. I'm gonna pull it up right quick. Salakia. Let's see. So we can go to origin. Of Mother's Day. Let me see. All right. So let's get it. It said, let me click on it. This is 5 facts. Mother's Day. 5 facts you need to know. And this is why the Bible say don't celebrate Mother's Day or any holiday that's not in the Bible. You understand? Like we just had Passover. We just closed out the Feast of Unleavened Bread yesterday. Ain't nobody Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian trying to celebrate that. They don't even know what it is. They don't even know it's in the Bible. You know why? Because the Christian church is the chief house of Satan. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church tell you to celebrate all these other holidays and break it, man, and break your neck trying to go to the store and get something. You know what I'm saying? But this is the 5 facts. You say, Happy Mother's Day. I mean, it's like it say in the United States, Mother's Day is celebrated on the second Sunday in May, but the holiday honors the sacrifice mothers make everywhere. Other countries that celebrate Mother's Day on the second Sunday in May include Australia, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, and more. However, other dates for Mother's Day are usually held in the spring too. More than 46 countries throughout the world celebrate Mother's Day. Typically, celebrations include attending church. Like I just said, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, they don't know we just closed out the Feast of Unleavened Bread or we just celebrated Passover, because the Christian church, they don't celebrate holidays that's in the Bible. They claim to be followers of Christ, but they don't celebrate the things that Christ celebrated. You understand that? But you know what they do celebrate? They celebrate the holidays that the oppressor gave us during slavery. You understand? And that's why the Christian church has to fall. It said typically celebrations include attending church, going out to eat, giving gifts to mother and grandmothers. Gifts usually consist of a card and a banquet of flowers. Mother's Day celebrations can be traced to the early 20th century in the United States, but the idea of the celebrating Mother's Day in the spring can be traced in ancient pagan festivals. Number one, it has pagan origins. Let me see if I can upload this. Okay, you know what? Let me back out. I'm gonna pull a more heavy article. You understand? Okay, Mother's Day. The truth. Our traditions are all the reign of Babel and connected with family bonds. To break with these causes family, it's like it. To break with them cause family drama. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people, they may know that it's a worship of another god, or it has pagan origins, but they don't want to stop doing it because they don't want to be the black sheep of the family. They don't want to be the eyeball out. They don't want to, exactly what it just said. What did it say? To break, it's like it, to break with them cause family drama. They don't want to be the person in their family that cause drama. They don't want to be the person that all the family looking at like, man, why you didn't get mom for nothing for Mother's Day? You know she got high blood pressure. You know she raises her whole life. She's the best she could. You can't give her nothing for Mother's Day. Only one day out the year, man, you out of pocket. They gonna make you feel bad, and nobody want to be that person that's looked down upon. Nobody want to be that person that's hated in the family. You understand? They say the traditions are the quotation mark culture, but to stop doing them and explaining why draws comments such as you're in a cult. Traditions are habits we teach to our children. You understand? Because if you stop celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day and all these different holidays, and you explain to people why, and you can tell a full Christian, hey man, I don't celebrate none of that because it's not in the Bible. And they're gonna turn around and say exactly what this article just said. They're gonna say, man, you in a cult. You understand? I don't know who teaching you that, man, but we ain't grow up like that, man. You tripping. You understand? They're gonna be like, man, he going through some phase right now. He don't want to eat pork. He don't want to celebrate Mother's Day. He don't want to get grandmama nothing. You understand? He going through something right now, man. Lord be with him. That's how they gonna get at you like you the problem. You understand? And you telling them specifically, man, this ain't in the Bible. We don't need to be celebrating this. You understand? He said, our confusion stems from the traditions we've inherited from our forefathers. Our opinions are formed from our youth. Our opinions about Mother's Day and Father's Day and Christmas and all it's formed in our youth. And who do we get it from? We get it from our foreparents, man. We get it from grandmama and them. Grandmama and them got it from their grandmama and them. And then their grandmama and them got it from slavery. You understand? We was taught to get rid of our culture. You understand? Forget about what we used to eat prior to slavery. Forget about what language we used to speak, what holidays we used to keep. We forgot all these things, man, because we've been too busy for the last 400 years trying to be like the very people that hate us. You understand? They say men like Men like the opinions to Slakia. Men like the opinions to which they have been accustomed from their youth. They defend them. They shun contrary views. And this is one of the things that prevents men from finding truth. For they cling to the opinion of habit. You see that? That's exactly Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians. Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we cling to the opinions of habit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a habit for every May, for the second Sunday of May, for you to go out and get your grandma a banquet of flowers and a card and a teddy bear and tell her how much you love her. You know what I'm saying? How much she was a great mother, or to your grandma. You know what I'm saying? It's a habit to do that. You understand? And like I said, you know why that's a habit? Because the Christian church, man. The Christian church, you can't blame you can't blame your grandmama, you can't blame your mama, you can't blame none of them. You have to blame the Christian church for teaching in unison that there's nothing wrong with celebrating these pagan holidays. You understand? You got to blame the Christian church, man. You understand? It said men like the opinions to which they have been accustomed from their youth. They defend them and shun contrary views. And this is one of the things that prevents men from finding truth. You know what prevent Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians from finding truth? They don't want to disappoint grandmama. They don't want to disappoint their mom. You understand? They don't want to disappoint their father. You understand? And that's why brothers and sisters in ISBK is so important, man, because we tear down strongholds like the scriptures say. Christianity is a stronghold. Mother's Day is a stronghold. Eating pork is a stronghold. We tear down these strongholds, man. You understand? We don't want no cowards. We want men who willing to do that. We want men and women that are willing to be the black sheep of the family. That's willing to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna let opinions and habits control my life. You understand? I want to actually find truth, and I want to actually live by the truth and not do those things that God hates. We want men and women like that, man, because we all had to sacrifice that. I know coming into the truth and being honest with you, when I was a young man and all that, man, it was so hard for me not to get my grandmama something on Mother's Day. I remember like it was yesterday. It was hard. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he just came in here with teddy bears and, you know what I'm saying, and big cars and big life-size teddy bears and flowers. And I see her spirit after receiving these gifts. I'm like, damn, man. I want that reaction. I want my grandma to be that happy. You know what I'm saying? That I cared about her on this day. But then I thought about serving the Lord, and I was like, you know what? I'm not, man. She's just gonna have to be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? She just gonna have to be mad at me because I'm not getting her nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what the Lord wants. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Lord wants. I'm gonna keep reading. Mother's Day is an ancient fertility observance, and is only some of the fertility the Gentiles have inherited from their fathers. Okay, let me see. Okay, the Greeks and the Romans celebrate the rebirth of nature, a Latin word meaning birth, in the names of Cybele and Gala, now concealed but not forgotten. All right. Okay. Easter, Mother Earth, Ishtar, Mother's Day, Father's Day, sun honored on Sunday, nearest to the sun solace. Okay, hold on. So this start giving me all the holidays. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, it start going into some other stuff. So let me see. Let me get some more on this article. You understand? Because this day started in Greece. You know what I'm saying? Then it started in ancient Babylon. All right. Did you know the origins of Mother's Day? You'll keep reading. Mother's Day have been revered throughout history, from ancient pagan celebrations to church holidays to present day Mother's Day. You see that? It's for a fact. Even scholars and people that know history, they know that Mother's Day, it comes from ancient pagan celebrations, and it was incorporated into the church by who? The Roman Catholic Church to present day Mother's Day. All right. Many countries throughout the world devote a day, or in some cases, 2 or more days, to honor their mothers. The tradition dates back to pagan celebrations in ancient Greece in honor of Rhea. Now, I just told you earlier, the goddess Rhea is where it started back in ancient Greece, where Mother's Day started. That's its origin. The mother of the gods. See, and it said in ancient Greece in honor of Rhea. They used to celebrate Mother's Day too in ancient Greece. You understand? Of the goddess Rhea, which was the mother of all gods. You understand? In Rome too, Cybele, a mother of goddesses, was worshipped as early as 250 BC. So even in ancient Rome. So we got in ancient Greece and in ancient Rome, they both celebrated Mother's Day. You understand? Because you know why? Because that's the origin of it. They're the ones they came up with the whole thing. And except in Greece, it was the goddess was called Rhea. In Rome, the goddess was called Cybele. You understand? But they're both was supposed to be a mother of goddesses or the mother of all gods. I'm gonna keep reading. In the 17th century, England celebrated a day called Mothering Sunday. And on the fourth Sunday of Lent, the day was set aside for all the mothers in England and servants who lived at their employees' residence. A common practice at the time were encouraged to go home and spend the day with their families. Some families would enjoy a mothering cake or carling. Pancakes made of speed peas fried in butter with salt and pepper as part of the celebration. So even in the 17th century, they kept the traditions of the Romans and the Greeks and celebrate Mother's Day. You understand? And that's why it's so important for you to understand this, because you don't want to have God as an enemy, man. You don't want to have God as an enemy at all. And when you celebrate these holidays, you make God an enemy. You understand? All right. All right. I keep reading. As Christianity spread throughout Europe, the Mothering Sunday celebration changed to honor the Mother Church, the spiritual power that gave Christians life and protected them from harm. The celebrations eventually merged so that people honored both their mothers and the church. So the Catholic Church, they switched it to where, you understand, Mother's Day became the Mothering Sunday. It was a day that they celebrated the church and their mothers on the same day. You understand? The tradition of Mother's Day began in the United States, was first suggested in 1872 by Julia Ward Howe, who wrote the Word of the Battle Hymn of the Republic as a day dedicated to peace. Although the holiday didn't catch at the point, Howe held organized Mother's Day meetings to Boston, Massachusetts every year thereafter. All right. It wasn't until 1907 that another crusade to implement Mother's Day began. Anna Jarvis from Philadelphia had lost her mother 2 years earlier, and believing that children tend to neglect their mothers until it was too late, she began to campaign for a national observance of Mother's Day. She convinced the mothers in church in Grafton, Virginia, to celebrate Mother's Day on the second anniversary of her mother's death, the second Sunday of May. You understand? So a white woman named Anna Marie Jarvis, she lost her mother. You understand? In the early 1900s, and she believed that children they neglected their mothers up until a point where it was too late. Their mothers end up dying or getting sick, and you know what I'm saying. So she campaigned for a national observance of Mother's Day. She said, "This is everybody needs to celebrate this day to honor their mom because I lost my mom and I felt like I I didn't give her enough honor and glory that she needed before she passed away. You understand? And she convinced. So like I'm gonna read it. It said, what did it say? She convinced her mother's church in Grafton, Virginia, to celebrate Mother's Day on the second anniversary of her mother's death. You understand? The second Sunday of May. So the celebration of Mother's Day on the second Sunday of May, it comes from Anna Jarvis, you know what I'm saying, honor her mother on the second anniversary of her mother's death. So the second year after her mother died, you understand, she said that everybody needs to honor their mother on this day. So when you celebrate Mother's Day, you're really honoring the death of Anna Jarvis' mother. You understand? That's what you're doing. You're not honoring your mom because you go out and you go buy her nice things and go get her a massage and get her a banquet of flowers and all that. You know why? Because the Lord did not give you a specific day to honor your mother and your father. You understand? But you know who did? Anna Jarvis. She did. She said we need to honor our mothers and fathers on the second anniversary of my mother's death. We need to honor our mothers. That's what we need to do. You understand? And and guess what? Everybody's doing it nowadays. You understand? And they're like, well, black people think if you don't celebrate these holidays that our oppressors gave you and that we grew up celebrating, that you looked at it as a person who ain't getting no money. You understand? They don't care about actually celebrating Mother's Day and showing respect to their mom and honoring their mother, but you looked at it as somebody that's not honoring their mother. I mean, that's broke, that can't do nothing. You understand? And that's a shame. That's a shame. And because what you need to be looking at is where did this holiday come from? You understand? Why did I start to celebrate this holiday? Why was my parents celebrate them holidays? These are the questions that you need to ask. You understand? Because like I said again, the Lord did not give you a specific date to honor your mother and your father. This started in Rome. This started in Greece. And in America, it started with Anna Jarvis honoring her mother on the second anniversary of her death. You understand? I'm going to read it again in Exodus chapter 20 and 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God give thee. So the Lord said, yeah, you is supposed to honor your mother and your father. But he didn't say honor them on this specific day. He didn't say make your mother and your father an idol on this specific day. Because guess what? All the cultures around us did this, man. All the cultures that were surrounding us, they always did this, man. You understand? They always made idols and different gods and all that. You know why? Because it might not be unusual for us, but for other nations, if you need to in their culture, if you come to them and you be like, you're saying, man, my God did this, my God did that. They want to be able to see your God. They want to see the power that you claim to worship that's doing all these great things for you in your life. Like back in the ancient times, if you had a God that nobody can see, you understand, they looked at you like you was crazy. They're like, nigga, what the hell, nigga? They're like, nigga, my God is right here. My God is this pen. It writes. Anything I think of, it can write it down. This is my God. Where's your God? And if you didn't have a God that they can see, then you was considered like something's wrong with you. You understand? How the hell do you have a God that you cannot see? You understand? And that's why it's so important to be an Israelite, man. From whatever tribe you're from, it's so important because even though we can't see our God, we know there's a God. You know why? Look at the oceans. Look at the earth. Look at human beings. You understand? Look at the sun. Look at the moon. We know that this just didn't happen by itself. Somebody created these things. You understand? But your oppressor and all these other nations, they don't look at it like that. They look at it, this just happened and we just here. We gonna create a God. You understand? We gonna create a God that we can see, and then we gonna say that this God created the heavens and the earth. We gonna create a God that we can see and say this God created all mankind and all other gods. And then they gonna look at you like, where's your God? What does your God do? And if you tell them that you can't see my God, but my God created the heavens and the earth. You understand? My God created everything you see today. Back then, they would look at you like you was crazy, because you need to be able to produce a God. They don't care if you made it with your own hands or somebody else made it. If you said you had a God, they need to be able to see that God to make it real. You understand? They need to be able to see that God to make it real. You understand? And it's the same thing with Mother's Day and Father's Day. You somebody made you. You came out of somebody's rod. Your mom and dad had intercourse and made you. They need to be able to see your mom. You understand that because you proven that you got an actual mother and father. That let them know that, damn, you are a real person, so to speak. You understand? So man, we're gonna drop that, and we're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 5 and 7. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 7. You understand? And this is what separated Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man. Because like I said, when we left Egypt, Moses was giving us all these laws, telling us what we can and can't do, because we was living in Egypt where there was so many different people there. You understand? These stinking Africans is over us. And guess what? They did everything under the sun that was unlawful. And us being in that captivity for 400 years, we began to do the same thing. You understand? We began to do the same thing and worship and serve other gods. You understand? And be just like the Egyptians. And that's why when we left Egypt, the Lord said, Moses said, man, don't do this. Don't do that. You can't shave your beard. You can't sleep with his woman. You can't be a sorcerer, sell drugs. You can't do this. You can't get drunk. Because everything he was telling us not to do, that's what the Egyptians was doing. You understand? And the Egyptians got it from Babylon. Babylon got it from Nimrod. And it all go back to worshiping false gods. You understand what I'm saying? That's where its origins come from. Slovakia. All right, so we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 7. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 7. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Like I said, the Lord said, you shall not have no other gods before him, man. And like I said, in ancient culture, if you didn't have a God that you created or a God that somebody can see, it was like, nigga, you don't have a God. Nigga, you worship in a thin air. You don't have a God. And that's why the Lord said this. It said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Why is he saying this? He's saying this because there's other gods. No, it's only one God, and that's Yahweh in the Hebrew, the God of Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's only one God. But why did he say that you should not have other gods? Because in ancient culture, it was popular to create a God and say that this God created the heavens and the earth. This God created people. And like just like this lion sitting right here, I will be like, this is my God. Where is yours? And then if I didn't have a God to produce, they would be looking at me like I was crazy. You understand? Meanwhile, they serve a God that don't move, that don't talk, it just sit there. You understand? And that's exactly what people do to this day. Like, look at the Chinese. You understand? They worship Buddha. They bring the nigga donuts. You know what I'm saying? Bring this nigga. They put all type of stuff for this nigga. And he ain't even alive. The nigga don't move or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's not crazy for them to do that because they can see their God. They think that Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian is crazy for worshiping a God that we can't see. You understand? It's just crazy, man. I'm gonna read it again. It said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." You ain't supposed to have no other gods before the Lord. You ain't supposed to have no other idols or nothing before the Lord. You understand? And when you celebrate Mother's Day, you turn your mother into a god, man. It don't matter if it's just for one day. It's just for one day. When you celebrate Mother's Day, you trying to turn your mother into a god. You want to worship her. You understand? For you coming out of her womb. But really, the Lord did that. You understand what the Lord say? He said, I'm paraphrasing. He said, "I knew you before I formed thee in the womb." The Lord know before your mom was even born. The Lord knew you. You understand? That thanks and that honor and that praise is supposed to go to the Most High Power. That's who it's supposed to go to. It ain't supposed to go to your mom. You understand? Because when you do this, you just celebrate the culture and the holidays of heathen nations, man. You understand? That's why when you read Jeremiah 10 and 2, it said, "Learn not the way of the heathen." You know why the scriptures say that? Because when you learn the way of the heathen, you put your culture on the back burner. You understand? You putting a whole other nation culture before yours. So in return, guess what that's gonna do for you? That's gonna make you a second-class citizen. That's what that's gonna do. It's gonna make you a second-class citizen. And that's why Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians in the condition that we're in right now, because the Christian church teach in unison that it's okay to celebrate these holidays. It's okay to celebrate Mother's Day. It's okay to celebrate Thanksgiving and 4th of July and Father's Day. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm saying, meanwhile, they claim to be followers of Christ, and Christ didn't celebrate none of these things. You understand? Christ was teaching the exact same thing that the ISUBK teaching of the Commander Junior Hana. He didn't celebrate the same thing that the world celebrate. You understand? And not at all. And that's why, matter of fact, I'm going to get James chapter 4, verse 4. Let's go to James right quick. You understand? Because the scriptures say you can't serve two masters, man. You can't either you gonna love one and you gonna hate the other. You can't serve two masters. So what God are you really gonna serve? You understand? You gonna serve the God that your mother gave you. You gonna serve the God that your grandmama and them gave you. You understand? That's what God you gonna serve. You gonna serve the God of this Bible. You understand? The ISUBK, we chose to serve the God of this Bible, man. We don't give a damn who we offend or who it make mad, because it's important, man. It's important for stop this nonsense and celebrate and these worshiping these other idols and celebrate these different gods. It's important for us to stop doing that, man, so we can have God on our side. You understand? It's very important. But let's go to James chapter 4, verse 4. Let me find it real quick. So lock here. James chapter 4, verse 4. All right. James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? You know what I'm saying? Your friendship, Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, the friendship that you have with this world, man, wanting to be a part of this world so bad and celebrate these holidays and eat the way you want to eat and sleep with whoever you want to sleep with and worship whatever gods you want to worship and burn sage and all, man, your friendship with this world, man, is enmity with God. You understand? Your friendship with this world is enmity with God. Let's look up the word enmity so we can get a good definition. You understand? Let's look up the word enmity. Let's see what it says. Enmity, the state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to something or someone. You understand? You are aggressively against the Most High. You hostile to the Most High. You understand? You hostile to the culture that He gave us. You opposed to the culture that He gave us. You opposed to God Himself. You understand? That's what enmity means, to be opposed to. So let's read that again. Ye adulterers and adulteress, Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Man, your friendship that you have for this world, man, is enmity to the Most High. Is opposed to the layout that the Lord gave you, man. Is opposed to the culture that the Lord gave you, and that's why you shouldn't be celebrating anything that's opposed to the Most High. You understand? It's something that you should stay away from. You understand? But being that everybody else do it is basically monkey see, monkey do. They doing it, so I'm doing it. My grandma did it, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But really, you should try to break that cycle. Like, you should really want to serve God, man. You should really want to serve God. Like, you should see that everything around you is fake. That even your grandma and them, man, they said that they love God. They always say they go to church and they praying for you and all that. But you supposed to look at them. Look at your dad, them. Look at your aunties and uncle, everybody, everybody you grew up with, and look at them and say, man, are they really serving God? Am I really serving God? Do I really want to serve God? You know what I'm saying? You ask those type of questions, man. You know what I'm saying? What John, what is it, 8:32? It said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. This is the truth that's gonna set you free. You ask those questions, you're gonna be like, you know what? I don't serve God. I just smoke some weed. I just celebrate these different holidays. I just celebrate. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to make you want to serve God. You understand? Because when the Lord give you them commandments saying, nigga, what it's saying, Deuteronomy 5:7, don't have no other gods before him. When he tell you to not do that, there's a stipulation behind that. Meaning that if you do that, something's going to happen to you. You understand? Something gonna happen to you for sure. It might not happen speedily, but something gonna happen to you, man. And you should not wait up until something Lord deal with you to make you not want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read it again. It said, ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? But the friendship of this world is opposed to the Most High. You understand? The friendship that you have or wanting to serve other gods and live an alternative lifestyle and do what you want to do is opposed to the Most High. You hate the Most High. You understand? When you decide to be friends with this world, why? Because this world hates God. That's why the Christian church and the politicians and TV and social media, they don't teach you God's word. They don't teach you anything that the Most High wants at all. You understand? Like for a fact, nigga, like when Mother's Day come up within this week, it's gonna be flyers all on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and you understand, it's gonna be sales all in Walmart and Walgreens, making sure that you remain a friend to this world. You understand? That's what all it's about. You understand? Trying to like well, I'm gonna read it again. Know ye not that the friendship of this world is enmity with God? Do you know your friendship with this world is enmity with God? That it's opposed to the Most High? You're supposed to know that, and you're supposed to be like, you know what? I don't want to be enemies with God. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should never want to be enemies with God. You're supposed to know that your friendship with this world is making you an enemy to God, and that's supposed to make you want to change. You understand? That's supposed to make you want to change. Because like I said earlier, what the scripture say? You can't serve two masters. Salakia. You can't serve two masters. Either you gonna love one or you gonna hate the other. That's how it goes. You really gonna love the Lord. And what is love according to the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Let's get there right quick. Let's go to 1 John. What is love according to the Bible? You gonna love one and you gonna hate the other. 1 John, what is it, 5:3? 1 John 5:3. Yep. 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It said, this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, man, and his commandments are not grievous. Meaning that keeping the things that the Lord said to do, it shouldn't be hard for you. It shouldn't be hard for you not to be a homosexual. You understand? Only way it's gonna be hard for you is if you friends with this world. You understand? Because nobody want to not be friends with their friends. You understand? And when you gain a friend, you want that friendship to last forever. You understand? But the friendship that you looking to that you hoping that lasts forever is enmity with God. That's what it's saying in James 4:4. It said, "Know ye not that the friendship with this world is enmity with God." When you got a friend, you man, you vibing, y'all cool, y'all relate to the same things, y'all like the same everything. You know what I'm saying? You hoping that, man, this my nigga right here, man. I hope this lasts forever. You understand? And that's how Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians is when it comes to serving another God. You understand? When it comes to being a slave in America, they hoping that this lasts forever. You understand? Because they relate. When you Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you don't know who you are. You relate to America. Yes, even though you at the bottom, you relate to America. You relate to eating pork. You relate to celebrating these different holidays. You understand? You relate to sleeping with whores. You relate to smoking weed. You relate to all that. You don't want that to end. You understand? But when you wake up and you really serve the Lord, man, you don't want to be friends with this world. You understand? You see how this world is enmity with God. It's opposed to the Most High. You understand? You see that, and you don't want to be friends with this world. You want, you know what? You're not what I thought you was. This world is evil, man. You understand? This world is evil, and the longer that Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians continue to live like that, they're gonna fall victim. You understand? They're gonna fall victim, man. Because guess what? The Most High is our power. The Most High is our friend. You understand? And what how does saying go? A friend of you, a friend of my friend is, a friend of my. Oh, I forgot how saying go. But don't try to be friends with your enemy, man. This world is Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians' enemy. You know how I know? We at the bottom. It's just that simple. We're at the bottom. And I know you hear that a lot. It just sounds like regular, but it's not a game. You understand? This world hate us, man. And that's why Christ said, I pray not for the world. You understand? Christ didn't pray for this world. You shouldn't pray for this world. You shouldn't, man. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians got to wake up. Celebrating Mother's Day is not just some little harmless thing, man. Just because your mother is, your grandmama is harmless and loving to you, celebrating this day is proving that you hate God. When you celebrate this day, you proving, you showing the Most High that you actually hate Him. You understand? That's what you're doing, man. You proving to the Lord that you actually hate Him, man. You understand? So, yeah, man. Let me see right quick. I'm gonna get some more scriptures, and that's why you have to blame the Christian church, like I tell you all the time. You understand? Because a lot of people go to the church and they think that they're finding God there. You understand? They think they serving God there, no matter what the pastor say. They think they serving God there, and they listening to what He's saying, and they're being exactly like how He's molding them to be. Wicked. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you was going to church, He was telling you, don't celebrate. The Christian church is teaching in unison. Don't celebrate Mother's Day. Don't celebrate nothing that's not in this Bible. You know what Black people will do? They'll listen. They'll listen. You understand? But your Christian pastor not doing that, man. You understand? Salakia. That's simple. We got the. So let's scratch that. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. Matter of fact, let's get Exodus 20 and 3. Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Let me see. right. Let me get First Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 10. First Corinthians 10 and 21. All right. First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. You know what I'm saying? You can't drink from the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You can't sit at the table with the Lord and sit at the table with devils. You can't do it. Just like I said earlier, you can't serve two masters, man, because you're gonna love one and you're gonna hate the other. What does love mean? Love according to the Bible is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how you know you love God. You understand? And in this case of Mother's Day, you don't love the Most High. You understand? Because you don't do what the Lord say to do. The Lord say you should not have no other God before him. You should not celebrate these holidays that your oppressor tell you that you can celebrate. And to make it convenient for you and normal to you. You should not celebrate these days, man. Because a friend of this world is enmity with God. I mean, a friend of this world is contrary to what the Lord told you to do. You understand? As opposed to what the layout that the Lord gave you, man. You should never be friends with this world. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it again. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You can't drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You understand? What's the cup of the Lord? The cup of the Lord is following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Celebrating Passover like we just celebrated. Celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread like we just closed out yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? Celebrating the Feast of First Fruits, that's May 22nd. You understand? That's the cup of the Lord, doing what the Lord said to do. What's not the cup of the Lord? The cup of the Lord is the cup of devils. What's the cup of devils? Celebrating your birthday, celebrating Mother's Day, celebrating Father's Day, the 4th of July, and any other holiday that you grew up celebrating because your grandmama. You understand? That's the cup of devils, man. You understand? Because you don't care how you came to celebrate these holidays. You understand? You don't care how you came. How did you become somebody that celebrate these holidays? That don't concern you. You understand? That don't concern you at all. You only care about yourself, man. You only care about being friends with this world. You see, ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils, man. You can't sit at the Lord's table and at the table of devils, man. And that's exactly what you doing, man. Y'all finna have a lot of people. They finna have a big feast. You understand? Where they all sitting at the table, and you know what I'm saying, they gonna cook for their mother and their grandma today, and they just gonna enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, everybody that's wicked and vile sitting at that table. Your uncle's molesting your daughter. You understand? Your cousin stealing weed out your other cousin's room. You understand? This whore, my sister-in-law, she's sleeping with your dad. You know what I'm saying? But everybody finna come together on this, that, and act like none of that's going on. You understand? They finna act like none of that's going on. And that's why these holidays are so wicked, man. Because nobody has to change. You can come as you are. You can come as you are. Nobody has to change on none of these days. You just got to change for a few hours. You know what I'm saying? This change during the day when you looking for flowers and banquets of flowers and cupcakes and cards and teddy bears. This change right there. Because soon as nightfall, Mother's Day is going to be about you having fun. Everybody going to get drunk, cuss each other out. You know what I'm saying? Have unlawful sex. You understand? Sleep with hella different women. And you know what I'm saying? They're going to do everything that's vile underneath the sun. You know why? Because they want to be friends with this world. Like James 4:4 say. They want to be friends with this world. But what is a friend of this world? A friend of this world is enmity with God. You understand? A friend of this world is enmity with God, man. But you gotta be willing to not be friends of this world, man. So you can get the benefits of that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna drop that. Let's go to Exodus 20 and 3. Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Matter of fact, let's start at Exodus 20. And God spake to Slakia, God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Man, they said, man, the Lord said he is our God. You understand? That's a possessive pronoun. The Lord said he is our God who brought us out of the land of Egypt. That wasn't no light thing, but we was enslaved to Egypt for 400 years. The Lord said he's our God. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, these other nations, they got their God. Yes, sir. They God is like this lion. They created just with their own hand. That's their God. You understand? They God is Buddha. They God is Caesar Borgia. They God is that rock in Mecca. You understand? The Muslims worship. That's their God. You understand what the Lord said? The Lord said, I am the Lord thy God. I am the Lord thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. You understand? A tremendous power brought us out of the land of Egypt. That could be nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? Split the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? Gave them so many plagues. Ooh wee. You know what I'm saying? The God of this Bible is the God that got us out of the land of Egypt. The God that you taught to worship in the Christian church is a God that's created. You understand? Our God wasn't created by nobody. You understand? He's the Alpha and the Omega, man. You understand? I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And the Lord got us out of slavery. You understand? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. We ain't supposed to have no other gods before the Most High. We ain't supposed to have no other powers before the Most High. You understand? When you celebrate Mother's Day, you celebrating another God. You making your mother into a God. When you celebrate your birthday, you making you into a God. For one day, even if it's for one day, the Lord is against it. You understand? You know how much money that's going to be being spent on Mother's Day. You know how many people are going to get robbed just so they can go buy their mother something on Mother's Day. You understand? You know how many women gonna commit adultery because this brother bought her something and her husband couldn't buy them because he had worked too much. It's just so much evilness that's gonna go on today. Or not today, but on Mother's Day coming up in a few days, it's so much evil things that's gonna go on. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you gonna have on Mother's Day, you gonna have people that's cooking for their mom. You understand? Everybody gonna come to mom's house, man. We having to get together, man. We gonna barbecue, we gonna chill, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be sitting at the table. Meanwhile, your uncle's molesting your child. You know what I'm saying? Your wife, this is supposed to be your wife, but she's having sex with your brother. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma has been stealing your money from you since, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much evilness when you sit because you don't have to change when you're in the Christian church. When you're a Christian, you can come as you are. Your uncle can be sitting there molesting the child, and everybody sitting at the table act like they don't know what's going on. This is a good day because today is Mother's Day. That's evil, man. That's evil, man. But when you really come to serve the Lord, you understand, and not just say His name. You know what I'm saying? Like what does it say? The scripture say? Say, hold on. They honor me with thy lips. So like it. You know what I'm saying? When you come to serve the Lord, man, you have to actually change, man. You can't just be how you is. You gotta change. When you come to serve the Lord, man, you gotta actually change. You can't just be the person you was in the world, man. Because the person you was in the world is an evil bastard. You know what I'm saying? Just look at your mama and your uncles and grandpas and dad. They evil. You understand? They might not kill nobody or another shit, but when you celebrate the things that you celebrate in this world that God hates, you evil, man. And you teach other men to celebrate this and ain't no problem with it, you evil. Your Christian pastor's evil. You understand? We've been taught to look at the evilness as something light. You understand? Or looking at something evil as something that has to be super bad, like murdering somebody. You understand? No, but when you celebrate these holidays, that's just like murdering somebody. That's evil, man. You understand? When you celebrate Christmas, that's evil. It's just like murdering somebody. Just like being a homosexual. It's evil. It is something that you should not do. You understand? But in the Christian church, you're not taught to actually serve the Lord. You understand? You're not taught to actually serve the Lord. You taught to do whatever makes you happy. I'm saying, let's go to Matthew 15 and 15 and 8. Matthew 15 and 8. Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their lips, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. You understand? You draw nigh to worship the Lord. You understand? You draw. Let me read it again. Salakia. Matthew 15 and 8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth. Man, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, they say Lord, 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 God, God. They pray over their food and they do all these different things. You know what I'm saying? They draw nigh to the Lord with their mouth. They do everything. They serve the Lord with their mouth, not with their action. That's what you taught to do in the Christian church. Just say his name. Just say God 100 times. Just say Jesus' name 100 times. And you serving him. That's what you taught in the Christian church. This people draw nigh to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. You honor the Lord with your lips, man. Like, you just talk. You all talk. You know what I'm saying? But you do all this talking, honor him with your lips and your mouth. But guess what? Your heart is far from him. Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, your heart is far from serving the Lord. Meaning that your mind is far from serving the Lord. Meaning that your mind is far from stop eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork. Your mind is far from stop being a homosexual. Your mind is far from serving other gods and celebrating Christmas and Easter and Halloween. Your mind is far from doing the things that he actually wants you to do. But your mouth, you praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, get these demons out of this house. Your mouth is quick to mention his so-called name. You understand? Or recognizing his power. But when it comes to actually serving him, your mind is far from doing that. And that's why the ISUBK is so important in the Commanders Union Hana. Because we don't just serve the Lord with our lips and our mouth. We actually do what the Lord say to do. You understand? We don't say that, man, you can't be no homosexual and then allow homosexuals to your church. We don't do that in ISUBK. If you come to serve the Lord in ISUBK, you know what I'm saying? You can't be a homosexual. You can't celebrate none of these holidays. And you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You know why? Because you got so many examples of brothers who used to do the same thing you do who don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? You got examples that they going to tell you, man, the Feast of Unleavened Bread for the close tonight. Make sure you don't eat no bread until tonight. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to say come as you are and do what you want to do. That's evil, man. That's teaching you to be friends with this world. You understand? And friends with this world, any friend of this world is enmity with God. You understand what I'm saying? Let me keep reading. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for the doctrine and the Salakia, for Salakia. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. You teaching the commandments of men. Like it's damn near a commandment to celebrate Mother's Day in this kingdom. You understand? You know why? Because this kingdom is not friends with the Most High. This kingdom is enmity with God. You know what I'm saying? It's there a commandment. If you don't celebrate Mother's Day and go stress yourself out, even though you broke as hell, to go get your mom a damn teddy bear and a banquet of flowers and a card, and you know what I'm saying? If you don't do that, then you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be the black sheep of the family. They're gonna be looking at you like, man, you out of pocket. You didn't get grandmama nothing today for Mother's Day. You didn't get your mama nothing for Mother's Day. Man, you out of pocket, man. You understand? You something wrong with you, bro. You out of line, bro. You in a cult, nigga. You can't what? You can't worship your mom today? Nigga, you in a cult, bro. You need to leave that alone. You understand? They teaching you the doctrine of men, the commandments of men. You understand? But the commandments of God say that you supposed to do what the Lord say. You understand? And that's why you should not look at it, celebrate Mother's Day as something that's so simple and just it's not evil. It's evil for you to celebrate Mother's Day. You understand? So when Mother's Day come up in the next few days, man, you need to don't celebrate it, man. I don't give a damn how mad. Like I'm telling you, when I came into the truth, it was hard for me too not to get my grandma something on Mother's Day. I see my dad coming in. He got a big teddy bear, and you know what I'm saying it's a nice teddy bear. It ain't just a $5 teddy bear. It's a nice teddy bear. It got little colors on the feet. You know what I'm saying? The nose got colors and all that. You know what I'm saying? I see him come with this teddy bear and card and flowers, and I'm just like, God damn. I see my grandma all hella happy about it. I'm like, damn. I wish I could get her something for Mother's Day. But you know what I chose to do instead? I chose to serve God. You understand? I chose to serve God. To hell with making my family members happy for one day. You understand? Make the Lord happy forever. You know what I'm saying? Because you need some protection, especially being in this kingdom. Make the Lord happy, man. That's what I decided to do. You understand? But yeah, man, this is the origin of Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? It started from what's her name again? It started from the god Rhea. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Greek. The Roman god is called Cybele. They both the same god, or Ceramicus. You understand? The origin of Mother's Day started in America in like 1907 by Anna Marie Jarvis because her mom died and she wanted to have a remembrance of her mom dying. You understand? That's how it started, man. So when you celebrate these holidays, just know that the Lord is not happy with it. You understand? But I'm gonna go ahead and end the class, man. Today is Monday history class. You got some more history drop. We're gonna bring out next Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday brotherhood class. Wednesday is Wednesday night law class. Thursday is scripture breakdown class. Friday is Lashwan Quadas class. Make sure you like and subscribe to ISUBK Sacramento. We building this city up. You understand? Like we supposed to do. And make sure you like and subscribe to ISUBK Oakland. You know what I'm saying? We trying to wake our brothers and sisters up like we've been doing, man. We don't do this for no reason. We don't get paid to do this. You understand? We do this because we the real priests and prophets of the Lord, man. You understand? And we don't want you to be lied to by your parents and the Christian church and school and social media. You understand? It's important, man. You understand? So with that being said, shalom. Yahweh Shemi Al Shah Brakatah all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Al Tabah Shemi Al Shah all sisters. Shalom.